everybody, you found what to play next. We're bringing everything that is awesome, and I do mean awesome in gaming. So this is the Ultima series. We are working on it. You play the Avatar. You go across. You planes travel to Britannia, where your friend has made a home. So you went across originally with Lord British, and he stayed behind and developed the world that you guys found. So that's Britannia, and he named it after himself. This is awesome. Male rulers, yeah, they just go for it. But it's a really engaging game because it lets you embrace the fantasy aspects of sci-fi, where we just kind of acknowledge that medieval times happen, and so they're a more likely predecessor to modern times, any place that you might go, like in the universe. That sort of evolution is probably taking place. And people just build whatever iteration their consciousness is experiencing, and if it doesn't do that, then it's possible that it's too far away logistically for us to ever make contact with. So you go there through Moongate. For some reason portals are very important in our mythology as like a stopping point rather than, you know, like worrying about weather as much, I want to say. It's acknowledged that it's the doorway to the outside world, but I've never seen anything overtly indicating any special importance besides that. But it crops up in anything on magic, so that's interesting. Alright, so we did housekeeping. I am posting that on my Patreon at KLFI. So now all of our stuff is nice and cleaned up. And we can head back to what I have. Head back to the ship. So we found a stopping off point, obviously, and we're exploring. We are still too far north for us to care. Minnak was kind of a bird's head. Top of a bird's head. And then you have to fly around. Oh, they are attacking me. Okay, well, we're gonna have to take out some birds. Wild birds. Horse carcass, not really anything of interest there. Not sure where they were going with it. I did look around for Cyclops. So nothing of note here. Nothing to stop our grand adventure. Oh my god, this stupid bird will not leave me alone. Did we not shoot them? Is that the thing? Bird killed. Alright, keep running. There we go. Try this again. Bird. How talented was this guy? He made the most annoying fights, like on the face of the planet. There's literally nothing more obnoxious. And one time he filled a room with children. And put it in a dungeon to get to the ending. Like, you had to fight your way through children. He was just deliberately created these dilemmas. Wow. I do not know where my boat is. So I have to get... You have to get a boat in order to get to the Lysaeum. One of the things you're charged with is that you need to get to the Lysaeum, you need to talk to Mariah about the book that you I don't know if you stole it with happening combat. I'm not sure what the rules are with that. But functionally you stole it. You gotta get it to Mariah. Very, very important to you emotionally, spiritually. He's a spiritual leader here. Whether or not you knew him before that. You need to cross the ocean. We tried it with a raft. We wound up sailing to the edge of the world. It doesn't allow you to sail off. There should have been a death scene. That's not how they handle things in RPG. That wasn't their jam. Alright, I'm guessing the boat is on the other side. They must have taken a river down. They're pretty maneuverable, which is cool right up until it's not. You wind up in places that, like, you shouldn't be looking. Because when you look for Easter eggs, they wanted you to be able to do that. It was very about it was a thing. But it was our thing. We were there for it. We bought these games, cash money. Ran around and played them. Oh, who's this? They're in a fight! Look at this! Holy cow! We didn't get there in time, that's horrible. We have to avenge you, sir. And we get loot? Look at us. Okay, so there is a raft. I have to search. There we go. Got some bolts for Iolo. Usually sell. Crossbow is 44 gold coins. The headless were really fun to fight. They were just really good at carrying interesting items. Them and the ogres. Just insanely interesting. Remember, let's see, the islands crossing. I did this off screen. I hate when I do that to myself. I did this off screen, so I mentioned it should be like up here. The actual lake itself. This was a fun aspect of the game as well. It's, you know, people complain about the supermarket. Where did I leave my boat was huge before the supermarket thing. It's like you knew you were in your 20s if you couldn't remember where you left your boat. We laughed at our dads constantly for this crap. And it happened to us, or it wasn't so funny. We got old. We had things on our mind besides boys in school. We wound up being the ones wandering the shoreline ceaselessly for 6, maybe even 7 minutes, and I would have to crap out of here. So I was trying to find a way around this stupid, what's it called? Well, whatever that is. Oh shoot, this is the edge of the marsh. Yeah, I must have been by a the L-O long H, the long haul. Okay, well, we'll just hop on a smaller boat. Keep trucking. We're in it for the long haul too, sir. So, you can steal a skiff. You can't steal a larger boat that can defend itself. So, big downer there. Making me sad. I had a larger boat. It was my boat. I love that boat. Someday we'll find it again. That was the other thing, is like you would wind up with 6 boats, park them different places, get stuck somewhere. Oh, we're gonna die. Bad, 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 bad. Sea serpents throw fireballs at you. Like, what is up with that? And then you would just happen across it, you know? Be like, oh. So I just keep buying boats. It's the moral of this story. They all have different names and everything, so you like wouldn't even deny it was your boat. Just get laughed at, just take it. I can't really, I don't have a sextant yet, so I can't navigate as well as I could. I do have to stop everywhere and check and see where I am. Eventually, the Orb of the Moons is an incredible asset. I wind up using that a lot. Shoot, this looks like a dead end. Like, they have mountains running out to the edge of this. I don't know what they did. I bet that's my boat. Hi, boat. Anywho, so we're still navigating the short version here. I might cut some of this out. I might just start posting it just for continuity's sake on my Patreon and that a little bit more. I just feel like it's relevant. There were a lot of inland seas along the tops of things. Or lakes, I guess it would be. Is it just called an inlet when it's you know how Venice had those roads? They go outwards to the sea. But not really, because all the water flows in. Is that the inlet? So it's just like the mouth of the rivers. Well, whatever it was, your boat could go down it, and they had a lot of them. I actually dated a history major for a while. I write fantasy in my free time. I do better with sci-fi, ironically, which is generally the male genre. Oh yeah, see, I'm in some sort of... I guess it's not a lake. No way! I bought a boat on the wrong side of a pier? That is insane. What if I can't get out? Let me go due south. I am going to be ticked off if this doesn't let back out. I'm under the bird's chin then. And I must have to go around. That's crazy. But yeah, stuff like this, I mean, aside from imparting what was, you know, cult canon that you have to lose your boat, etc., which should be part of every walkthrough. If you ask anyone who's played the series, you know, like some little part of them will go off and will be like, yeah, man, you know, you gotta include the part where you have to use your vote, or else you haven't really played they'll laugh you out of the forums, you know? So that's super important. That should be in any full gameplay through, I think. Lest you think this was wasted my time. So we did spend a whole day doing it. They have the little moons in the sun, and it would affect where the solo moon gates take you, like what's open, what pops up at the shrines. We do have the Orb of the Moons this time through, so if I don't post that on the channel, I'll certainly take people's need to have the full gaming experience somewhere else. You do sail off the edge of the world. Important safety tip, guys. It won't actually let you die, which is kind of a downer at that point. Oh, buffered. I'm going down now, and I'm not going down. That's the other thing, is it did load, like, the way he wrote the software, it would load your moves in. Oh, okay, hold on. No, I didn't exit out. There we go. Or you could not exit out of the inventory screen, and then it won't even register your keystrokes. That's what they were called, keystrokes. I don't know if they thought that we were building something here, like that was the message. They were really trying to get into being corporate. I guess that's where all the really big money is. I mean, in their defense, Mr. Howard made $1 trillion, which I didn't even know was a number. Like an achievable number. I don't believe that, but I saw Microsoft sell for Bethesda sell for $60 billion, and there's no way he didn't make about 40 before that. They were at 6 when they started making PlayStation deals, and that was way back when I was in my 20s. So 20 years later, there's just no way they make less money endlessly releasing games. So yeah, apparently all the big money is in corporations. Plus, you're insured, so. They're FDIC. Once you insure your corporation, you're pretty much Gucci. You know, you don't take as big of a hit because it's the corporation that goes bankrupt instead of you. I'm more of a DBA person. I don't know if it's useless to be that way. See, there's a little gang playing. It's really cute. Alright, so what is this? This is all marshes. We might still be out. We might be like on the other side of Minot now, but I don't think this is. It could be that it's all poison. Maybe I'm being optimistic. Oh, well, here's a road. No, there's still in the poison. We're gonna keep going. We're still sighting in our maps here. Bigger than I thought, which is cool. I like having a lot of room to explore. I was looking at the Savage Empire video that I had up. We do have the Savage Empire, which was a free game. Featured on the channel pretty frequently. I alternate between that, Fallout, Doom, Dead Space. There are a couple out there that really just were incredible finds. So I've been rotating those on the channel a little bit more so that people can get over there and click through the links. Get a free game out of it. This one was, I think, $5. Like, nothing dollars. No matter how poor you are, there has been a week where you can afford that. One whole ramen meal every day. Alrighty. I mean, that's what I liked about it. You know, like everybody needs a laptop. Those are down to a couple $100, maybe $100 if you just want something basic. And then these games were so playable. They didn't need. They went crazy and went to the Sound Blaster once they realized that would be a component part. So most computers were probably going to have that. So there was a generation where we did without computer gaming, or at least not as much. The wind is west, so I can't be making any time. The wind is down there on the corner with the date, July 13, 2061. Alright, let's try this. I'm either on the far coast of where Minnock is, or I am finally on the island. I will take either one. It's unexplored territory, sir, and I'm an explorer. There we go, what's this? Oh, this is the desert, I thought. Yeah, this is the desert. Okay. So we are east of Minnock now. There is, I want to say there's a settlement in the desert, but I'm not sure where, and I don't feel like fighting my way through scorpions just yet. So, Sherry, for instance, needs healing. Did I not turn off camera? Yeah. So we're going south and a little bit to the east. You guys are along for the ride. This is fun. Being explorers together. Hyping up the franchise as it deserves to be hyped up, sir. As it deserves. This was a rich and not entirely varied experience. Like Dupree, Shimino, and them. People will recognize their faces now. Iolo, how is that not the world's greatest game? I also only live once, sir. You, sir, are a prime example of an adventure. Dupree's my torch guy. Here's the torch, Dupree, I can't see. So yeah. They kind of get assigned roles. Just in general consensus, we made Iolo our food guy. Almost everyone I know did. And then Dupree for me carried money, and I carried the magic. Shimino is my strange, like, he carries my raft. Just in case. What if my boat breaks and I'm at sea? I can hop onto my life raft. You know? Wow, whatever this is really far away. I mean, it is an island. They did specify. I have the maps over there. That'll be a fun one. We can close on that. Link in the description below. Also down there's Gamer Grind, Gamer Coffee shipped to your door. The put your logo on merch for like nothing bucks. Did I do it again? I did. Shoot. KOFI, buy this chicken coffee, $1, make me smile. You can also support us on Patreon. Oh, it's the edge of the world. Shoot, I did overshoot. Okay. We'll have to go back this way. We will find this island. Most of all, hit subscribe. If you hit subscribe in the bell, it'll pop up a little thumbnail. So if you were in love with this series as much as I am, this one was a little bit more of, you know, just wandering around, getting our bearings. But look! We found the island! So we did reach goal. I do have maps of the place. Oh shoot, it's gonna be one of those. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring off screen, but I am gonna show you guys. Look at how cool this is! So we are up here, we were up here by where the bird's head is, and we went around through here, and we should be right here. So, we're working our way through. This is Ultima 5's, but they were all my dad's, so I have one. I have like 2 items. We love you guys, we hope that you're always along for the ride. Hopefully you enjoyed exploring around Britannia, hearing a little bit of lore that you can share with your friends and so on. We will see you in the next video.